Hello there, and welcome to our first Game of Thrones video ever. Our first Game of Thrones Unlocking the Holocron. If you've watched our content, you know by now. We're Game of Thrones fans. We love Game of Thrones. Huh?
Has that been apparent?
We've talked about it a few times.
Okay.
We made references. We like Game of Thrones. We brought it up. Game of Thrones Season 8 did not ruin our lives. We still like Game of Thrones after that season, even though it wasn't perfect and it has a lot of flaws. But we're here.
You're a staunch defender of sorts.
I want to say I'm a defender, but it doesn't ruin it for me.
Yeah. I have a bit of a lesser opinion than you of Season 8, but not to the point where I'm like, oh, fuck this franchise.
Yeah.
And I mean, if that happened to you, that's fine. Just don't complain when new stuff comes out.
Yeah.
If it ruined it for you, just don't watch it.
Yeah, just ignore it. We don't care about your opinion. But we're here to talk about one of the spin-offs coming out. Not the one that comes out in August. Fire and Blood. Not the canceled one that was supposed to come out before Fire and Blood that got canceled. But
I didn't even know there wasn't one before
that. There's a bunch. There's so many in the works. There's like 5 animated ones in the works. I think. Or like 4. There's a ton of animated ones in development.
I'm honestly, genuinely surprised any of them are still happening.
Nah.
I thought for sure after the internet response to Season 8 that they would have just cut it all off. Like, we're done.
I still think there's an audience for it, but yeah.
I mean, they clearly believe so, and I hope there is.
Yeah.
I just, internet.
Remember, if I've learned anything in the last year, Twitter is not real life.
No, it is not.
Yeah. I've a friend I used to work with, she just loves Game of Thrones, and the Season 8 didn't she's like, I love Jon Snow, I love Game of Thrones, Jon Snow's her favorite character. She had problems with Season 8 like most people did, but she's yoked for the new show.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jon Snow spin-off show. We're going to discuss 2 things.
Okay.
One, I'm going to tell you why it's happening, and it may surprise you, because you don't know. I know.
The only thing, as of this moment right now, that I know about the Jon Snow spin-off is that Jon Snow is in it.
Yeah. And 2, pretty much that, and also just us being surprised as hell that this is even happening. In general. Because I was shocked when I saw this, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
I'm a little confused at what the plot would even be.
I mean, the king beyond the wall, I don't know. I feel like it's an interesting way to, explore Jon Snow, not being part of whatever, but it'd be cool to, hear rumblings of what's going on in Westeros, but be, and tease that and get the idea of do we want to go back there and explore things. But yeah, I don't know what that would be about either. But you know why Jon Snow TV show is happening. We've learned this from interviews with Emilia Clarke recently, the actress who plays Daenerys, and another anecdotes we've heard from other people. Kit Harington, the actor who plays Jon Snow, got a team together and developed the show himself, and then brought it to HBO, and pitched them on it. And he pitched, obviously, George R.R. Martin on it, and George R.R. Martin now is involved with it. But it was all Kit Harington's idea.
Damn!
Which makes me honestly more excited for it.
Talk about a true fan.
He's like, what's the idea? He came up with the idea with his team, a team he made. They're like, we're gonna make it. He wants to make a Jon Snow. He probably got writers. He probably got people he trusts from working on Game of Thrones. Let's make a Jon Snow post Season 8 Game of Thrones show. And that was holy shit.
Damn.
It was all his idea, which is interesting because it seemed like a lot of those characters wanted. The reason it rushed to an end, people it ended is it seemed like most of them wanted to move on, even Jon Snow or Kit Harington. But I don't know if it's because if you watch the documentary about the making of the final season, 1, you'll have more empathy for the final season, and 2, you'll realize how much Jon Snow means to Kit Harington. So it's no surprise that this was his idea in a way too. But he was very emotional on set. Even on the script reads, and then his last day, in the documentary, yeah. So it's, yeah. What do you think about all this? His idea.
That's interesting. He's a real fan.
Yeah.
Well, you could say.
I don't know. Getting paid to do work.
Well, I mean, no, but like to
Yeah,
go
no.
that far,
Yeah.
to get to that, like where you go that far. I mean, unless it were to end up being like a total cash grab.
No, I don't think it is, because I think he cares genuinely.
Yeah, like there's only really kind of two ways that it goes if like this exact situation happens. It's either one, like a complete cash grab, or two, the person really cares.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Which is good, which makes me even more excited for it than I was before. Like, because I think, like you said, like, what would it be? Like,
Yeah.
him beyond the wall? Does he have some kids? Like,
Is it just like exploring stuff beyond the wall?
I was thinking this is also a way to give, like, maybe in a weird way save season 8 of like giving more context to things that happened because they were so rushed. Like you more like thinking about your past and then going a flashback to like all the times leading up to before you killed Daenerys, or like the whole Grey Worm thing of just like all that shit. Like,
yeah,
there's ways you could use it to like help fix that season 8 and like also explore the future.
Funnily enough, that's still one of the things that bugs me the most about season 8 is that Grey Worm and Jon Snow did not fight.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe like he's coming back for him.
Like, why? Like,
wait, did Grey Worm die? No,
he was just like, no, Jon Snow has to go beyond the wall again. All right, I'm heading out.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It seems so weird. Who are you trusting to police this, to actually keep him out there? Why not duel him?
Yeah.
They're like the two best swordsmen. I was excited for that, and then it didn't happen. I remember being very upset because I was like, I want to see them fight. That'd be cool.
Ready? I feel like this is a bad idea, story-wise, but it's not impossible. Remember, there is a dragon left with a corpse of Daenerys somewhere in the world. Do we revive Daenerys?
No.
No, but I feel like him, like, honestly, I think it would be a lot, like, if you're a character piece too, of him dealing with the trauma of, like, doing that. And, like, because he is a Targaryen, like, at the end of the day, like, why are we calling it the Jon Snow? It's really the Aegon Targaryen show. Like, he is Aegon Targaryen.
Yeah.
Like, maybe, like, maybe he, like, that he finally tames the last dragon. There's a lot of cool things they could do. Like,
yeah. Oh, like if he finds Drogon?
Yeah, like, there's shit that could happen.
That was the last one, right? Drogon?
Yeah, Drogon's out there. He's a Targaryen. He can ride it again. Like, there's interesting things that could happen.
For a minute, I forgot that Drogon survived, and I was like, are you talking about the undead dragon?
Oh.
And I was like, pretty sure that one's dead.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, oh yeah, no, Drogon did just kind of peace out.
Yeah. Here's a weird question. How would you feel? I feel like this is the only time I've ever be okay with it. What if they just, like, pretend season 8 didn't happen and just continued from then to season 7?
Like, honestly...
And redid it, like, with the same cast. And, like,
that is maybe one of the things in fiction that I want the most. Even doing, like, the same... Just, like,
stretch it all out. Even doing the same beats.
Same plot line. Maybe
change a few
make
things
a couple of better decisions. Maybe don't have Daenerys forget that the Iron Fleet exists.
Yeah.
And things like that. But, like, have, like, the same beats overall. Yeah. Just stretched out to, like, a few seasons.
And, like, have that long night be a season. Have Daenerys still do what she does, but then have there to be, like, a longer struggle and consequences of, like, when she dies. Like of Jon Snow struggling with it, and then, like, the inevitable duel that happens with the Grey Worm after it, and, like...
Yeah. Like, I feel like, you know, yeah, like... Because that is something that, like, normally I wouldn't advocate for. But, like, for this show in particular, that's something that I want so much.
Mm-hmm.
Of just, like, yeah, just cut off that of the last season, and then just here's the basically the extended cut.
Yeah.
But, like, better. Yeah. More logical character choices, and, like, better character progression. You know, not horrific pacing.
Mm-hmm.
Not like... Man, yeah, I feel like... You know, thinking about it, I feel like pacing really fucks up a lot of things.
Yeah. I still have Arya kill the Night King. Have everything happen. Like,
have, like, it happen at the same spot, like it still happens in Winterfell.
Yeah.
Is that the name of the town?
Yeah.
Winterfell. Like, still have it happen there, just more extended. We spend more time with the White Walkers approaching. You know, we see more battles. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't just feel like it was one little fight and then the Night King's dead, like 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
Like, that would be what I want the most out of Game of Thrones. I don't think it'll ever happen.
Yeah. But I think there's ways to, like I said, like, make it a little less painful.
Oh, yeah.
For those hardcore people who ruin their childhood.
It almost feels like what they could end up doing with, like, Game of Thrones stuff is essentially, like, you know how Star Wars is trying to get Dave Filoni to fix a lot of the problems with the sequels?
Yeah.
That's what it kind of feels like they could do here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, well, let's, like, slowly make it better.
Yeah.
Which, like, honestly, if it were up to me, the best option would be just to redo season 8 as seasons 8, 9, and 10, but
yeah,
but oh well, I guess.
Oh well, yeah. See, because like we were talking about how like most like I feel like yes, a lot of people did hate it, but also like a lot of Normans just liked it. Like because like
I got so confused for a second.
Like my mom didn't watch any Game of Thrones until it was over, and she's like rewatched it all like 3 times. Like, the last season didn't ruin her life.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of Normans out there, like, normies.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like, not that you need to, like, placate people online. This is more just me selfishly wanting it to happen.
As someone who enjoys Season 8 despite its flaws, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, like, it would just be interesting because it's so frustrating because, at least to me, there's so much potential there and so many like cool things that happen. Like, I like what happens, it's just that it should have been 3 seasons, not 8 episodes.
Yeah. I'm glad they, it's just with all these spin-offs they're making, like, I feel like not making spin-offs would be a disservice to the people. I feel like people hate on Season 8, but if you don't allow there to be more in that world and more spin-offs, you're doing a disservice to the thing you hate the most of letting Game of Thrones just be Benioff and Weiss. Like,
yeah.
Like, it didn't end because they're like, it's our show, we don't want it to end. But if you let the world continue, there's more chance for better things to happen in that world, and also, like, you're not going to let these 2 people destroy a franchise for you.
And, like, yeah, don't give them the last laugh.
Yeah.
So
give the new show a chance, which takes place quite a bit of time before the actual show, and focuses mainly on the Targaryens. And,
you're talking about that one.
Yeah, and then give Jon Snow a chance. I'm honestly really hyped for animated ones. That'd be fucking dope.
Yeah, I also think animated, you know, because like you said a little bit ago, like they were starting to run into like fatigue with like the actors.
Yeah.
And like that could also partly be why it was super rushed near the end.
Because it is a grueling shoot.
Like, you could honestly, like, I know it would be very different, but like, you wouldn't run into that problem with like an animated show.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have grueling shoot days. Mm-hmm. So you would be more able to have like, you know, like this 20 season epic.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
Give me the Arya and the Hound anime. I want it. I saw someone drew art of them anime style. Give me that weird in-between story somewhere of them doing adventures. Anime as fuck. Let's get
I'm always hyped for anything animated with franchises that I like. Mm-hmm. Because that always just makes me more interested in what they can do.
Isn't, honestly, doing what Game of Thrones is perfect for, too? The visions and diabolical format of the shorts.
Yeah.
Because I think that would work really well. Especially because the one theme of Game of Thrones is, like, history is told by the victors, right?
Yeah.
So history is always inherently told from a... Like, that's one thing that happens in Game of Thrones a lot. Like, history is not always as it seems. Like...
Very biased.
Like, I'm telling you, there's a like, that's like a world where you can explore like so many different things. Like most things didn't really happen the way people think they happened, like in the Game of Thrones. Like, and then you could do that. And then season 8 didn't happen how people really thought it happened because that was just told from the victor's point of view. Here's what really happened.
That would be such a funny way of doing it.
But it's like they do that all the time in Game of Thrones. So like.
No, yeah, absolutely, but that'd just be such a funny way of doing that. Like, what the fan saw previously was
Yeah, fucking Sam fucking wrote what he wanted people to believe.
Sam's hand got tired, so he just sped up for the last eighth.
And he wanted to defend the honor of his friend Jon Snow, but Jon Snow, like maybe he did some, maybe he's not the hero we think he is. Like,
you know what animated show
things you could do? It's interesting.
You know what animated show I really would like?
Digimon.
I was talking about in Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
Animated show of Robert's Rebellion.
Yes.
Give me that.
Robert's Rebellion, yes.
Let me see him just fucking people up.
With that hammer.
Because he has, like, I think in the books it's like a battle axe, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's, like, everybody else uses swords. I think he had an axe. And, like, he's just this fucking, like... I mean, clearly, he won the rebellion. Like, he's clearly a really good fighter. And then he just didn't know how to be king.
Yeah, yeah, there's so many cool things
I was strong back then.
Yeah. But yeah, fascinating why this show's actually happening.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
It makes me excited.
I hope that my boy Ghost gets more respect.
Yes, honestly, it's worth it just for more Ghost.
Give me some fucking Ghost respect.
Yeah.
That's another thing that animated would do better. Dire wolves would be around more.
Yes!
Because they're not expensive as fuck to do.
Yes.
So Ghost doesn't just get the shaft. Honestly, that is maybe one of the things that pisses me off the most in Season 8, is just how they treated Ghost. How dare they? Ghost is a fucking G. How dare you?
I know. Terrible. But
just because he was expensive.
Fucking, it's the last season. You gotta go all out. Who cares how much the Ghost costs? But yeah, that is why the Jon Snow spinoff is happening. Tell us what you guys think about the Jon Snow spinoff happening. Are you excited? Are you not excited? And yeah, are you excited for more Game of Thrones? I know we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, subscribe, share, comment. And until next time, what is dead may never die.